Hey Stampin' friends, welcome to the Joy of Stamping with Rachel. I'm Rachel Coon and it's Fun Fold Friday. Today we'll be making my last Christmas card of the season that I'll be sharing and making live. So I'm using one of my favorite ones, and when I saw it on the catalog I was like, I have to have that. And it is a forever stamp set for me, and it's retiring soon. So the stamp set we're using today is the Peaceful Nativity, and I'm showing you how to make a fun fold card called The Bridge. Go ahead and hold while I'll flip and we'll get started. All right, let's see if you guys can see everything. Let me get it set up for you. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. Make sure you comment if you are here and say hi. Remember, one lucky person that comments during today's live will get today's card. And like I said, this is a stamp set that I just love. It's called the Peaceful Nativity, and it has these great images with it, and even wonderful sayings. I've used almost everything except for the Rejoice in our set today, in our card. And then I do want to tell you something. Usually when you get this stamp set, and when it has dies that goes along with it, I tell you to buy the bundle, because every time you buy a bundle from Stampin' Up, it's a 10% savings. Well, because this one's retiring, it is currently $20 for the stamp set, which is normal, but then 50% off for the dies. So the dies are just $14. So I'm telling you not to bundle it, to buy them separately if you don't have it already, and save 50% on the dies that way, which is way better than the bundle deal. It's a $34 for it separately, and the bundle deal is $43. Okay, that was my quick tip on that one that I just had to share. Let me go ahead and show you this card and why I love it so much. This one is so fun, and it has this really neat little bridge here that we add all of our little extras onto. When it stands up, it looks like that. It has this really cool 3D effect to it, and it has kind of that diorama where we have images in the back as well as the front. I also have it stamped on the back, so if you wanted to write a message on this one, you totally could. And I know what you're saying, how in the world can this card go in the mail? It's really easy. All you have to do is lay it down and fold it flat. You can either go that way with it, or you can go that way with it, and it'll fit in a regular size envelope. Pretty cool, right? Okay, let me set that aside, and I'll show you our pieces of paper that we're using today. So we have this Night and Navy cardstock, and I have a couple score lines on it. This one measures 8 1/4 by 4 1/4, and then we have it at 1 3/8, 2 3/4, 5 1/2, and 6 7/8 are our score lines. All of these will be over on my blog, so if you are watching this on YouTube or during the live, I'll have those links available to you in just a little bit. All right, and then we have DSP. I saw this one on Pinterest, and she used a different designer series paper or double-sided paper, and she used the, I think it's called the Brightly Gleaming, but I'm using the Snowflake Splendor DSP, which has these beautiful kind of blotchy blue images and kind of almost like water painted on this side, and on the other side, if you look, you'll see that there's snowflakes. How crazy is that? Since there probably wasn't snow where Jesus was born, we're going to go ahead and use this side as our night sky, which works just perfect. And you'll have 4 different pieces of DSP that you'll need to cut. This one goes to your bridge, and here's your bridge as well. Let me give you those 2 measurements. I have 1 1/4 by 5 1/2 for a bridge, and the DSP for this one's 1 inch by 5 1/4. Which just gives that nice border when we glue it on like that. And then for our center DSP, we have it by 2 1/2 by 4, which is also our Whisper White piece right there. So those will match on the size. And then these 2 are the same as well. And these are our side panels. And this is 1 inch by 3 1/4, I believe. Oh, maybe not by 4. 1 1/8 inch by 4. Sorry about that. Again, like I said, these will all be on my blog. So if I say it wrong here, you'll have it right there. All right. So let's go ahead and stamp first. the images. And I did a lot of prepping beforehand. Over here you'll see in my corner where I've already stamped, colored, and die cut those images. But these ones right here, I'll go ahead and stamp with you to kind of show you how to do them. We're using the Night of Navy, which is the same color of our card base. And we're going to use the scene for Unto Us a Child is Born. It would also be really awesome to even use that rejoice on this part as well. All right, ink it up. And you can kind of eyeball it, or you can line it up on your grid to know where the middle is on this piece. We're going to aim for the middle. And just press down and lift up. Beautiful. Oh, I'm out of the view. Sorry, let me get it up a little bit more. This is such beautiful font. Isn't that really pretty and fancy? I love how that larger F looks, and then it's just solid throughout the rest. Love the font for this stamp set, and it's the exact same idea with this one too. So you can see that one okay, where that M is just a beautiful giant M, and the rest a very bold and uppercase. Let's go ahead and stamp our Whisper White while we're here. And that one I'm going to stamp it more towards the top, so that way it gives me a little bit of room to sign my name. So I know who the card's from. Ink it and press. Oh, that turned out so great too. Love it. All right, so for these other pieces of DSP, what I'm going to do is line it up as if I was going to have it on my panel. And I'm going to, let's see, I'll probably have it like that. There we go. I'm going to keep this side of the paper on the top, and we're going to put some stars here. I'm still using just that Night of Navy, and I have two star shapes. I have a little bit of a bigger one and a small one. And for this one, I'm going to do one big one on each of my side ones and one on my main one. I'm going to have this one a little bit off, so it looks like it's trailing our other star. I have a die cut star. Either I have a silver one or I have a white one that will eventually glue on right there. In fact, we could probably do it. I think I'm going to wait. I like to have them so he lines up. I also have it in this cool silver as well for that star. I couldn't decide, so I thought I would pick it during how I felt during the live. All right, let's keep on going with a couple more of these little ones. And I can stick one right there even. And we'll throw one up at this corner. There's no rhyme or reason to our stars. We all know there's a lot out there, so we can go crazy as we want or just embellish a little bit. I'm liking that. I'm not going to worry about this below area because that'll be covered up with our bridge and with our Joseph, Mary, and baby Jesus. All right, that's it for the inking on our DSP. And now we can start the assembly. Okay. Let's go ahead and grab our pieces out. Let's glue on first our bridge to our DSP here. I'm just going to use a little bit of liquid glue and line it up so it has borders on all sides. This bridge look looks amazing with the stable, but you could also use a couple or a lot of other stamp sets to make it a bridge as well. This was just one that I saw and absolutely loved. All right, let's get our bone folder and start creasing some of these. Let me figure out what kind of lines we have working for us. So I'm going to go like that and crease it this way. And we'll do the same for this side. We'll go in first, and then we'll come back out. Just use your bone folder to make sure we get that nice and good. Perfect. Now we can start gluing on, and we know how it's going to look. Let's put our middle piece in. Same thing, using that liquid glue. We'll flip it over. Is this paper amazing? It is also retiring, and it's also on a discount right now. So if you want it before it's gone, make sure you order the Snowflake Splendor DSP. I've used it a lot this year, and I still have some left. I got 2 packets of it when it went on sale during what was that? November, October. I think it was October we had that sale. All right. So if you get confused, you can always close it back up to know that you want the most outer side to have our DSP on. And we're going to try to line it up so it matches along the top lines of our DSP there. You kind of see that? Using that center one as our guide. Let's get our last one on here. Just like that. This card does take a little bit longer, and I did do a lot of the prep work, but wow, it is really an amazing wow card. So totally worth it. All right, let's go ahead and put Mary, Joseph, and baby Jesus and our star in there. I've already put dimensionals on the back because we want them to pop up just a little bit. And I'll get it closer so you can kind of see it. I've used my stamping blends, and I've colored that in already. And I love Mary in the blues and Joseph in those lighter blues. I think it looks really nice. And it matches along with our card base, which I like as well. Okay, we're going to stick them right about there. And then we're going to grab our star. Should I do silver this time? Let's go ahead and do silver. And I'm going to put just a dot. So I'm going to see where baby Jesus is and line it up and go right above. And put a dot of glue, just like that. You could use a glue dot if you wanted to. But we're just going to use this one. When I use the Whisper White as my star, I did use my Wink of Stella to make it glitter a little bit and make it shine. All right, you guys ready for this part? Let's go ahead and get our seal out for this one. I'm going to use the seal on our bridge right here. And I'm going to just put a little bit on each side. Let me get that so you can see it. All right. So we'll go like that. So like 2 little strips, about an inch. Or even a little bit less. So on the very ends of it. Okay. Now what you want to do is first line it up only on one side. And I'm going to try to make it so line it up so I can still see my Mary and Joseph. And if you wanted to, you could have your bridge all the way at the bottom. But I think it's kind of fun to have it peeking through right here. And looks more like a bridge. Okay. So we're going to just lay it right here and press down. And then I'm going to keep it folded over like this. And I'm going to line it up just right and lay it down on this side as well. And that should help it go straight, and that should help it lay nicely like that. There we go. Look at that. It's already starting to take shape. I love it. All right. So our next couple of tips, we have our stable. Let's get that glued on. You're only going to need to put glue on the very bottom pieces of our stable here. Oh, and you know what I should have done beforehand, so let's do that real quick, is glue on our back seam. We'll just use our seal for this one. I like to use seal on Whisper White, so that way I don't see any glue lines. Okay. Oh, make sure I'm not getting crooked. There we go. Perfect. All right, back to the other side, and let's build our stable. So just a little bit of glue on each of our ends. And then we're going to put it right here. And I know what you're thinking. You're worried about how is this going to close up just fine, but it does. It's amazing how it works and how we can just lay it flat like that to ship it. Pretty awesome. So that's going to dry for a minute while we start building the other parts. So I didn't do this beforehand because I wanted to show you this really fun trick that I like to do. These look like very sad, dying palm trees. And we don't want dying palm trees, but we really do like that trunk to be that soft suede brown color. So what I've done is I've die cut them, and I've die cut some shaded spruce as well. And what we're going to do is just take our snips and snip off that little bit of that trunk that's still there, and then we glue it on top of the soft suede. This is one of my favorite ways to make two-toned items with paper, is just to make more than one image and glue it on. All right, make sure I have it matched up. I suggest using the glue to the soft suede instead of the green. I told you this one takes a little bit longer, but it's totally worth it. And you're learning a couple new tricks. So let's put this one on like that. There we go. Love it. We'll get this one on this one. And now we'll have two-tone palm trees instead of our dead palm trees, so dried out ones. All right, same thing as we did for this one. We're going to put some on the bottom of our glue. And then also a little bit actually on the top. Because this one isn't free hanging like the stable is. And so we can actually add a little bit of adhesive on our top of our tree as well. And we're just going to kind of put it right there. And you want to be able to press down so it attaches. Awesome. Same thing for the other one. Right now it looks kind of weird because we can see that bottom looks like it's going into the sky. But don't you worry, our animals are coming to save the day. Get this palm tree in there. All right. So I also have stamped and die cut these cute little shapes. Isn't this the cutest little donkey? Look how little they are. They fit in my palm of my hand. And these little sheep with my stamping blends. And I put a dimensional on the back. And we're just going to put them so he kind of covers where that stable and tree meet. Just like that. Then we'll do that same thing with our sheep. We'll have it cover it. There's one right there. And we'll add one more. Oh my goodness. This is so cute. All right. And that is it. We have made this beautiful nativity card using that awesome bridge right there. So I can get it to focus and so you guys can see it really well. Oh, I love it. Isn't that amazing? All right, you guys, I could talk about this card all day long, but I know you are probably ready to go. Thank you so much for watching this fun fold with me and learning how to make this bridge card using the Peaceful Nativity set. Hope you guys have a great weekend and happy stamping, everyone. Goodbye.